There's nowhere to go. I'm holding my desires, my heart overflows. The only direction that I'll ever need is a deeper connection that's leading me. And I'm lost in your love when you hold me. Just hold me, 'cause I don't wanna run from your heartbeat. Your heartbeat, no, 'cause I'm lost in your love. I can't break the fall, you're taking it all. I'm lost in your love. I'm lost in your love. I'm lost in your love. I'm lost in no words can change the future of us. The waves, they break, but we are enough. The only direction that I'll ever need is a deeper connection that's
There we go. There we go. Hope that's not too loud. Hope they're all right. Ah, boy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the chat. I'm having some connection problems. Hold on. What's up with this? My Wi-Fi or something. Let's try this again. Hey, there we go. That looks better. Live resumed. Live resumed. How's it going, everyone? Welcome, welcome. Let's get this straightened out, huh? What's up, Meg? How are you? Hello, hello. Oh, what a day, man. What a day. Marlene, how are you, man? It's good to see you, friends. Ah, how's your week treating you, huh? We made it to Thursday, man. We're here. We're here. Boy, oh boy, it's been a long one, huh? Yeah, yeah. Good, I'm glad, Meg. I'm glad. Hello, Scotland. What's up? Hello, hello. Welcome. Jazzy Fit is in the chat. Welcome. Sweetheart is in the chat. Good to see you too. I had a heck of a day today, man. I didn't get word until last night, but I had an interview with the news, Channel 2 News today, and they loved the interview so much that they're having me on the morning show tomorrow. So I've got to do a live TV spot. I've done like live radio shows and podcasts and things like that, but I've never done live TV. I guess TV is still a thing, man. I don't even have TV. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Meg, for the hearts and everyone for the congratulations. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, it's been wild, man. It's been wild. Whoops. Thank you. So I guess the idea is I'm going to go to the studio and I'm going to interpret the news anchor's dreams live on Channel 2 News for the morning show. So at 9:30, like prime time, I guess. At least I think that's prime time. I don't know. Again, I don't know how TV works. I don't have anything but streaming services. So the fact that TV news is still a thing is incredible and wonderful and fantastic. Do you watch TV news or do you just do everything streaming? I'm 100% streaming. I don't even know how to access the TV news anymore. But I'm going to be on it. I did grow up with TV too. I grew up with TV and I don't know how TV works. I grew up with it. In fact, I remember growing up with TV and we would stop everything for certain TV shows. So we would plan our schedule. Gosh, do you remember this? We would plan our schedule around when certain TV shows were on. Like Thursday nights were Survivor nights. And so we used to plan like, okay, everything's got to wind down at 6:30 because 7 o'clock Survivor comes on and we got to be quiet. And that's our show. Yeah, that was a thing. Morning, Raylan. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Claria. What's up? Yeah, you remember that? What shows did you used to stop your whole routine in order to watch live? I need to know what it is. Yeah. Yes, exactly. The same way that you stop everything in your life to watch me live on Thursday nights here. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. As it should be. Oh yeah, had my afternoon shows as a teen. I wouldn't miss Dragon Ball Z. Yes, dude, I remember. Do you remember freaking Scooby-Doo on Saturday mornings? I used to watch Scooby-Doo, and I wasn't allowed to watch Yu-Gi-Oh, but they had Yu-Gi-Oh, and I wanted to watch it. But they had Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh my gosh, what else did they have? Taking me back. Do you remember Animaniacs? Do you remember? Oh, there were so good ones. There was one called Iron Fist, which was interesting. Like that was a thing. That was a thing. I stopped my routine for watching Transformers Prime. Yes, good times, man. Yo, Abba, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Pokemon the first. God, yes, Pokemon. OMG, love that cartoon. Hello, nurse. Are we talking about Kids WB? That was it. That was it. Kids WB. Do you remember watching that growing up? OMG, yes, Transformers. Transformers was good. I always wanted Scooby-Doo, and they had different versions of Scooby-Doo. So they had Scooby-Doo, then they had Scrappy-Doo, which nobody liked. Scrappy-Doo sucked. And then they had, and then after that they had Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. Do you remember that? Power Rangers, yes. Red Rock doesn't know any of these because Red Rock grew up in Ohio. Sorry, Red Rock. That's just be the way it is sometimes. I grew up in Orlando, and we watched a whole bunch of stuff. Now, during the week, we only watched PBS Kids, though. That was the rule. We only had, you plug the TV in, or you got the bunny ears. Thanks for the little crown, Tarar. Good to see you in the chat. I don't feel like I've seen you in a while. Yeah, absolutely. Amani, put your dream away in the chat. Also, download the app in my bio. We have Dream Expert standing by 24/7. Oh, Mr. Rogers. PBS was the best, man. Look at my little crown. I love it. I love it. Mr. Rogers was so good. I used to love, now listen, I watched Sesame Street until I was 17 years old. I loved Sesame Street. I don't know what it did to my heart and soul, but that meant the world to me. Yeah, what happened with Tarar? Where have you been? I've been doing the lives, but I haven't seen you. Tell me what's up. Mr. Rogers was my favorite. Yes. I love it when he did the little experiments, you know? Like he would go into the kitchen and he'd do a little experiment. It didn't happen often, but he'd do little science experiments. That was so fun. Do you remember Bill Nye the Science Guy? Bill Nye the Science Guy. Hell yeah, dude. My jam was Where in the World is... Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Yes. When was that on? Hold on, wait a minute. That's an oldie, though. When did Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Whoa. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego is an educational video game. Oh, wait. No. Where's the show? The show. Game show. Yes. When did it air? Oh, we're going to find it out. 1991 to 1993. That's when it was. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, man. Wow, what a time. That's an oldie. The show won 7 Daytime Emmys in 1992 and the Peabody Award in 2001. Oh, it was on for a little while then. It went into the 2000s. A total of 295 episodes. Do you remember that? I used to force my little bro to watch Sesame Street because I was too old, but I still wanted to watch it. Dude, I didn't care. I would sit by my damn self and watch Sesame Street because I freaking love Sesame Street. Wishbone. Yes, Wishbone. I had a Wishbone plush dog. Remember Star Search, the show that started reality shows? No, I don't remember Star Search. Tell me about this, Red Rock. What nostalgia hole have we gone down? Star Search show. Whoa, look at this. Wow. Tell me about Star Search, dude. Bro, I had a crazy dream about cuts on my lifeline in my palm. Ooh, cuts, division, separation, lines, boundaries. So cuts on your lifeline means that, well, you might be coming to the end of one phase of your life and starting a new one. Those cuts represent divisions, separations in your life. And so your mind's trying to tell you, hey, be ready for these separations, these new phases, chapters in your life. It's important. Hot take, my sister and I guess refused to watch Sesame Street as kids, so I never seen it. What was wrong with Sesame Street? Now, I was not allowed to watch Arthur growing up because it had some negative influences. At least that's what I was told. I didn't watch Arthur. I maybe watched an episode or two. Yeah. Was in my upper teens. Hey, you're welcome, Hannah Fear. What does it mean to dream about unraveling another person, about unaliving another person? So anytime you experience death in a dream, it's about endings, grief, lost, things like that. There might be some hidden anger between you and that person, or the wish to end one relationship and start a new one. So it's about endings, but with those endings come new beginnings. KVE, what's your accent? I don't know. I'm from Orlando, Florida. Is this a Florida accent? I don't know. My heritage is Polish. I'm Polish by nationality, but I grew up in Central Florida, man, all my damn life. Dude, was not allowed to watch Arthur. I don't know about Arthur. I hear it was great though. I hear it was a fantastic one. Don's in the chat. Don, aren't you working? Don's half Polish. What's up? I thought you were working, Don. Welcome to the live, man. Oh man, come Funky Brewster, come back to Florida. It's great down here. I had 3 bad dreams, one after the other. I don't know what that means. Anytime you're having bad dreams, your mind is trying to release emotions that you didn't process during the day. So that's really what those nightmares are about. Amani had one, said, a white bearded man knocked at my door, handed me a knife. I then threw it, then found an injured man. Nice. The white bearded man is masculine wisdom in your life. The knife is new information or cutting boundaries or making separations in your life, and killing that person, the injured man, then found an injured man. I don't know. Did you injure him yourself? It's about cutting things out of your life. The wise man with the beard is saying, it's time to make some cuts out of your life. Cut friendships out, relationships out, something, but you need to be good about those. Mental Health Daddy. Who's Mental Health Daddy? Whoa. Oh! Who made the Mental Health Daddy page? What? I gotta check this out. I gotta check that out. I own the Mental Health Daddy domain on Instagram, but I did not take it on TikTok. That's good. No, we had a Halloween party today. Do you think I work all day and all night? Yes, Dawn, I do. I think you work all day and all night. I live close to Canada, and we had Canadian Mr. Rogers. Mr. Dress Up? That's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard. Mr. Dress Up. What in the heck is Mr. Dress Up? Thanks for the donut, Amani. I don't know how I feel about it. Is there a way to prevent sleep paralysis? Yes. Research shows that sleeping on your back makes sleep paralysis much more likely. And if you have poor sleep, you're waking up a bunch, or you don't get enough sleep, that'll make you have sleep paralysis more. Or if you have chronic anxiety and stress, that'll make you have sleep paralysis more. Fix those things, you'll fix your sleep paralysis. Now, I found him up the stairs, then took him to the hospital. Ooh, that's a wounded part of yourself, Amani. Nice. I feel like Jesus parables are easier to understand than dream talk. Yeah, sometimes, Meg. Sometimes, Meg. But here's the thing, Meg, did you grow up in the church? Because I think some people really struggle with Jesus parables because they didn't grow up in the church. And so dreams seem easier. So I think it's our culture, like our background. Like I grew up very religious, all in my childhood. And so Jesus parables to me make a lot of sense because that was like the culture that I grew up in. Thanks for the hat, Tarar. Appreciate it. Do you remember Ghost Rider? No? Who's... Oh, yeah. Look at this hat. Who's Ghost Rider, man? Ghost Rider? I don't remember Ghost Writer, like writing. Can you talk about your qualifications? Sorry, I'm sure you have already. Yeah, Funky Brewster, absolutely. I have a bachelor's in psychology, a master's of science in mental health counseling. I am a licensed medical professional with the state of Florida. I'm both state and nationally certified as a clinical hypnotherapist, and I'm qualified as a supervisor for other mental health counselors in the state of Florida. And I've spent my entire life researching, studying, reading books about dreams and their interpretation. My beginning stages of dream interpretation is I worked with dreams because I'm a trauma therapist as a mental health practitioner. So yeah, those are my qualifications. That's what I do, and that's where I give you this information. Thank you for asking, actually. There's a lot of misinformation on TikTok, and I'm never going to be upset when someone asks me for my qualifications when they do it respectfully, like you did. So, Brewster, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm also the chief dream scientist at DreamApp. Link to the app is up in my bio right here. Check it out. We have 2.5 million recorded dreams and over 1.5 million downloads. It is changing the world of mental health, this dream app. Dreams are the best window into the answers that you're looking for in your mental health, and I can't believe that it's taken this long to 2022 for us to start using our dreams to figure out mental health. I know, Raylan, you're so right. No live tomorrow. I'm taking the night off. Date night with my wife and mama-to-be. Pregnant with our firstborn. Melanie, hearts back to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donations, for the gifts, for the live. Hey, if you want to help support the channel, the gifts do so much. Subscribing helps so much. I always try and look out for my subscribers and make sure I give them special priority when answering questions. Rena got the job. Subscriber Rena. I don't know if I'm gonna take it though. What's wrong with the offer? Congratulations. Sounds like you nailed the interview. Knew you would. Never had a doubt, Rena. You're the best. You're the best. Ghost Rider was on before Carmen Sandiego on PBS, I believe. PBS, dude. That was my entire childhood was PBS Kids. Barbie girl, thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Meg, what's your dream? What's your dream? Thank you for the congrats on the baby. Gonna be here in February. Little nugget, man. Little baby boy. Gonna be here in February. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. We're gonna be doing lives. I'm gonna be holding a little nugget, feeding a little nugget. We're gonna be hanging out. I'll be reading bedtime stories to my infant baby while I read it to all of you. We're gonna have a really great time, fam. It's gonna be awesome. I dreamed about a ghost, says Jenny. Couldn't explain to my sister in the dream that I seen him. Nothing came out. Difficulty, talking, screaming, yelling. All about communication. You feel like you can't express yourself. Dreaming about a ghost, either problems from your past or, more specifically, Jenny, unrealized parts of yourself. Anytime that we're dreaming about ghosts or death or zombies, they're parts of ourselves, monsters even. They're parts of ourselves that we need to accept and explore and understand, and that's really why you have those dreams. It's in Maryland, and I don't know if I can get the pay I want. Oh, I see. I understand. What's the cost of living though in Maryland? Maybe it's less pay, but things are cheaper in Maryland. Like I know in Florida, things are crazy expensive right now. It's rough. Libra says, I wonder which astrological sign you are, Libra. I had a dream last night. I had ringworm. LOL. Why? I'm not super familiar with ringworm, but it's like a worm under your skin, right? So many times we have worms under our skin. It's a part of our personality that we don't like, that we feel uncomfortable with. A lot of people dream about bugs under their skin, and it's about things that need to come out of them. They need to let go, they need to release, they need to get rid of. Mental health problems, really. What does it mean to dream a chunk of hair falls off? Oof, losing strength or losing a relationship. So be on the lookout. You might be losing a friendship, you might be losing a relationship. It's usually about friends, usually strength. It could be romantic. But a chunk of hair falling off is what's up. Jason is licensed in Maryland. Oh, wow. Hello, Morocco. Normay. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Raylan, Baby Cuddles Live. That's what we're going to be doing. Lady Firefly, I'm paying attention. I dreamed someone was chasing me, trying to shoot me, and I had to jump in a lake to escape them. Oof. A lake is diving deep into your unconscious, your depths of emotion, and someone chasing you means that you're avoiding a problem. That gun and the death is, that problem is trying to end your life in one chapter and change you. The only escape is by diving deep into your emotions and finding out who you really are, because you're not living totally authentic. There are so many pros, but also I just changed jobs a month ago. Hey, I mean, if it's the right job though, don't let that hold you back. Raylan, I have no idea what a ringworm is. Norme, what does it mean about dreaming animals? Animals are all about our own animal instincts, and each animal has a different emotional meaning. Yeah, it's more expensive than Minnesota, and it might be a pay cut. Yeah, that sounds wrong. That sounds like the wrong way to do it. Yo, what's up, Meg? I see you on YouTube. Hello. Let me scroll down to the bottom of the chat. Hi from Houston, Texas. What's up, Texas? Megan Harvey. Hey, I think I've seen you before. Welcome back. I dreamed about my sister-in-law being pregnant with a different man. Ooh, pregnant is a new idea, a new start, a new identity in your life. And a different man means that, well, it's not that she's cheating per se, but it's that she is changing and she's connecting with something different. But I would imagine that has a lot to do with you, Meg. Something new, something changing. So pregnancy is always a good sign, though. Always a good sign. New identity for you. Meg Lachey over here says, me and a few other students from graduated class were working on something in this abandoned school where there was only 2 science labs that were working. Rest of the school looked haunted. School is about going back to reevaluate who you are and how you fit in life. So people will often dream about going back to school, missing a test, going back to high school, because they're not sure really how they fit in. And so we go back to school because school is where we learn our identity. So you're challenging and changing really your value in the world. And so, you go to school, the science labs, there's only 2 science labs. It's a dichotomy, black and white, yin and yang in your life. The rest of the school looked haunted. How you are giving value to the world and how you fit into the world, there may be some ghosts and some demons inside of there that you need to work through. Really good stuff. Just so you know, he ignores nothing. He just doesn't see everything and forgets quick. Yes, 100%. How am I supposed to respond to everything? It's so much. I prioritize the subs. Always prioritize the subs. Subs, thank you for supporting my life, the chat, my unborn child. So I always say thank you to them. But yeah, I do read everything. It's just I'm very highly distractible. Melanie says, do you think when you dream of people that have passed away, they are telling you they are okay? Hey, listen. Science can't tell you whether people from the dead can talk to you through your dreams. I would think not, because I tend to be more on the science, psychology side of things. I think when you're dreaming about someone who's passed away and they come to visit you in their dream, it's actually your mind thinking about them, remembering them, and listening to the wisdom that they told you, because that's much more in line with what we know about psychology. Sir, what's it mean when your teeth fall out? See, I'm highly distractible. Raylan, you can't do this to me. I'm just kidding. Funny question, though. I will get to it. But when you're dreaming about someone who's passed away, it's that, like your mind, we know that the brain, when it dreams, is looking for answers, solutions, and wisdom. And so when you're dreaming about that person, it's going back to what they meant to you and using them as inspiration for a way to overcome a problem that you're facing. Does that kind of make sense? Let's see. If you dream a lot about a guy, means you need to embrace your masculine side. You're feeling incomplete and unwhole, which puts you at risk for a codependent relationship. A lot of people dream about their crush just because they're trying to work up the courage to ask their crush out. So it could be that too. You may just need to kind of bulk up and get to it. So Raylan over on YouTube, being a naughty noodle, I love it so much, asks, "Sir, what does it mean when your teeth fall out?" Well, I'm glad you asked, Raylan. Wherever you are, whichever camera, that camera, this camera, I don't know. If your teeth are falling out, it means that you do not feel strong enough to handle life's challenges. Teeth break down your food into bite-sized pieces for you to manage. And if you're dreaming about your teeth falling out, it means that you don't feel like you can break down life's problems into bite-sized pieces for you to manage. That's what's going on. Raylan being a naughty noodle. I love it. Cooney, thank you so much for the follow. Rena, yes, the teeth falling out one. Put the stickers in the chat. Have all the subs used the stickers? Put the anxiety teeth in the chat, man. Thank you everyone who's subbed. If you would like to support the channel, I do encourage you, please subscribe. It helps us out a whole bunch. Thank you. And I always prioritize those chats, those comments in the chat. Yeah. Stickers, yes. Let's see. Lady Firefly says, I'm starting Lexapro tonight. Good for you. Should I be worried it'll cause bad dreams? You know, I don't know the dream side effects of Lexapro off the top of my head. My experience is with Lexapro. My thoughts are with Lexapro. Whenever I have a client who takes antidepressants, which I believe Lexapro is. I'm not a prescribing medication type of doctor, but Lexapro, it usually makes the dreams better because, sunglasses are coming. It usually makes the dreams better because you're less emotional and the depression lessens. So you actually have the balance of chemicals that you need, and it actually greatly improves your dreams. So, Lady Firefly, you should be good to go, man. You should be good. I have a dream about my teeth growing. Tarar, if you're doing the opposite, your teeth are growing, it means that you are growing in strength, growing in confidence. Hey, put it in the chat. Put the sticker in the chat with the sign, man. Y'all know what this sign means, right? Peace and unity. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Acceptance, love. Let's get back to it. I stopped remembering my dreams when I was on it. Ooh, interesting. So, Lady Firefly, you're gonna have to tell us. You're gonna have to tell us if your dreams change because of Lexapro. Thank you for the gift, Tar. I've accepted I'm a dreamer. I love it. I'm sure you don't remember me, but yes. Alex, yeah, what's up? I love how you helped me. I'm a every night dreamer. Yes, good for you. You should. Dreams are the greatest help, the greatest window into your mind. So being a dreamer is awesome. That's what it's all about, man. Tayrock says, having nightmares about being stalked. Any thoughts? There's something in your life that you're not facing. Not facing. Espers, what's up? Good to see you again. What do reoccurring dreams of hiding and someone trying to shoot you mean? You're avoiding some kind of change in your life. Being shot is an unexpected change that happens in your life. And so if you're hiding from someone to be shot, it means that something's changing and you don't feel up to it. Vivid dreams can mean that you have strong feelings. Sleep quality, not necessary. Very great answer, Raylan. Yes, if you have incredibly vivid dreams, what we have found through the research is that those who have very vivid dreams typically struggle with emotional self-regulation. So you have very strong feelings, both very big highs and very big lows. And that's just your dream personality. Firefly says, thank you. I've been putting this off 9 months, so it's finally time to get help out of the void. Good for you, Firefly. I'm glad. I know things have been really tough for you since the loss, since the grief. I'm glad that you're kind of getting out of it. It's time. It's time, man. Sometimes the brain changes and you need that help. I mean, if your brain's not creating dopamine, store-bought's fine. If you can't make your own, that's all right. I mean, we live in 2022, for goodness sakes. Like, there's no reason not to take the medications that are going to help you and make you feel better. Meg, thank you for the reminder. Meg, let's get back to your dream over here on the YouTubes. Okay, sorry. See how distracted I am? Oh my gosh. So you're in this haunted school. And a mess me and 2 others had ratted out some other guy. Ooh, deception. While I was in one room, I heard a commotion in the other. When I walked on one... Hold on a second. When I walked... I heard a commotion in the other room. When I walked on, one of 3 guys shot another classmate. Ooh, 3 is a creative unity kind of sign. I ran and grabbed the gun from him. Another guy who had his back turned to me, but it was like he let me take the gun. I ran to protect another classmate, and the other two guys cornered me and told me I have kids, don't kill me. One looked empathetic, the other laughed. Then my kids woke me up. So that is all of that dream. Oof, intense. Anytime you're dealing with guns, it's about you having control in your life. Whoever has the gun has control. And so in a dream, that's really what's going on. So this is kind of the fight inside of you over the different parts of you trying to take control. And so you can see the struggle. You can see the commotion. The school is you trying to figure out what your value is in the world and trying to make your way in the world, but you're not really sure which of the people inside this school, which of the parts of you should have the control, should have the power with the gun. And so it's really your mind trying to work that out. It's like, well, what if this person had the gun? Well, what if you had the gun? And that's what's going on. Let's see. Seeing a train hitting my house. Train is transition. House is your mind. Your mind is transitioning, but it's coming crashing in. MMMM 92. Been having it since I've been little. Yeah, it's about travel. It's about change. And so maybe you're avoiding change, right? And so that change is going to hit you. And that's what it's all about, accepting the change. You can't hide from it. You can just roll with it. But we all three had guns. Yeah, exactly. Inside of you, all the different pieces have the power. Yeah. No, actually, guns showed up, surprisingly, in the chat. Usually TikTok censors that stuff. Yes, that will happen. That will happen. We can go deeper into it for sure. But remember, gun is about power and control. Metaphorically, metaphorically, it's about power and control. So it's like, okay, who should be in control? And then this internal struggle about who should be in control. And if one person has control, they threaten the other. If this person has control, they threaten you. One's empathetic. One says, I have kids. And so it's the struggle with you. Like, okay, through this changing time in my life, who do I prioritize? What version of me do I need to be? And so we can go deeper into it sometime, but that's really the basic struggle. I had a bad dream about my job. Oof. Bad dreams about your job can happen all the time. You're probably feeling stressed and frustrated with your job, and your mind will dream about that job, trying to release that frustration. That's really the basic meaning and the reason that we have nightmares. Nightmares are actually the brain's way of releasing undealt with emotions. And so I know that you don't like nightmares, but they're so crucial. And we know this from the research. Nightmares help us let go of things that we didn't let go of during the day. And so I know that you hate your nightmares, but they serve a crucial purpose. For sure. Light Nights, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome. We're only 11 subs away from our sub goal of 40 subs on the channel. Welcome. Light Nights, if you've got a question, drop it in the chat right now. Let me know what it is. I'd love to answer it. I so appreciate the support. Thank you. Big shout out. Welcome to the Lion Pride fam, man. Dream with my ex-boyfriends. Oof. Anytime you're dreaming about your ex, it's thinking about your past. Thinking about your past, and specifically the parts of yourself that got lost in that relationship. Maybe you used to be different. Maybe you used to live your life a little bit different, and you've lost yourself a little bit. Your mind will think about those exes when it needs to remind you of who you were. Windy Bird, thank you for the crown. And the pumpkin. Thank you. Reoccurring dreams of my significant other is mad at me. Oof, feelings of guilt. K. Cooper, if you're dreaming about your significant other being mad at you, you are worried that they're mad at you, and so your mind's trying to figure out what to do about that. Usually that comes from guilt, shame, feeling like we're not good enough, and so our mind will play that out in our sleep as a way to help us process that. For sure. Yeah, Pride. I don't know. Who is Mental Health Daddy? I'm Mental Health Daddy, but who is this account? I don't know. I had a dream my house was broken into. Your house is always a symbol for your mind. Anytime you're dreaming about a house, it's your mind. So what new idea is breaking into your mind? It may be actually a very good thing, Michelle. Or it may feel like kind of someone toxic has come into your psyche, and maybe you need to get rid of it. It's up to you to figure out who that is. Learn to accept these new people in your house. Ask what they want. Claire says, oh, look at the little guy. Thank you, Tarar. Look at that little dude. He's cute. Claire says, what does it mean when you get eaten by an animal in a dream? Tired Monts, thank you so much. Was a common theme when I was a kid. So anytime that you're getting, well, first, animals each have a different emotional meaning. Every animal is different emotional. You know, you can think about it too. Like, it makes sense. Tigers and lions are about feminine power and strength. Bears are about maternal instinct. Fish are about navigating your emotions. An owl is about wisdom, on and on and on and on. So anytime you're getting eaten by an animal, it's that idea consuming you. Michelle, thank you. I'm glad I could help, Michelle. That idea consuming you. You may be running away from that new idea. You may be avoiding that new idea. But it's also very much about those things. I don't know what this music is doing in the background, but it just got crazy weird. So much so you saw me stutter. I couldn't even concentrate. I have no idea. I don't want that either. Oh my gosh. Too many things going on. We're going to mute the audio for a minute. Yeah, let's just do that. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Yes. Yes, Rena, you get it. Lights, nights. Can you guys see my comments? Maybe I'm using words that I shouldn't. I see it now. Did I miss it before, lights, nights? Oh, got it. I see it now. I dreamt I was trying to kill 3 flying roaches. Oh, you know cockroaches are like my favorite animal, right? Did you know that? So trying to kill 3 flying cockroaches is actually a pretty negative dream. 2 things. Cockroaches, typically for us as Americans, symbolize some kind of dirtiness, some kind of uncleanliness inside of our life. However, oftentimes we try and push away from feelings of unclean, feelings of infestations in our life, toxic kind of stuff, because we're embarrassed by it, because we don't accept ourselves. Cockroaches, believe it or not, are actually a symbol for they're a feminine symbol for someone who can make it through any type of situation. They are a symbol of resilience. You can't kill cockroaches. They always come up. They're always springing out anywhere. They can survive like nuclear blasts. They can survive without their head cut off. They're a fantastic mother to their babies because they're able to protect them. They're able to survive so many things to be there to care for them. And so there's this struggle inside of you. You need to get down and dirty with your life, lights, nights. So that way you can overcome the problems that you're facing, but you're trying to kill the roaches because you feel embarrassed about the things that you need to do to overcome. It's that judgment. And so you are acting in your dream as the supreme judge and saying, these parts of me are bad, these 3 things. Now, it's interesting that it came in 3 because 3 is a huge number for progress and creativity. That's why you see like the Trinity, right? Or the Delta formation, triangles are all about creativity and moving forward. So the fact that the cockroaches came in 3 means you feel embarrassed about your creativity. You feel uncertain about the things that you need to do to overcome your challenges. You feel that you're going to be judged. And so you try and kill those things from your life when really you should learn to accept them and not judge yourself so much. Do what you got to do. Does that make sense? Lights, nights. I hope that connects with you. What about the part where my husband gets hurt by intruders? Fear, oftentimes fear. Anytime someone's getting hurt, right, there are things that you're afraid are going to make you unsafe, and your mind's trying to work those out. Intruders usually have to do with unforeseen things in your life, surprises, and this kind of feeling like, gosh, is the masculine side of me and is the man inside of my relationship going to be able to protect me, right? Is he going to be hurt by these things? Is he strong enough? Is the masculine side of me, you, strong enough to overcome and to protect the more emotional, the more feminine parts of me? And we're not talking about gender. We're talking about an archetype, masculine and feminine, just to clarify, you know? Oh, lights, nights. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that connects with you. I get reoccurring dreams about seeing UFOs, says Catalina. Well, Catalina, that's a fantastic question. UFOs have 2 things. Feelings of alienation. See, it's a little play on words. Alienation meaning isolation, being left alone. But also, the reason that you feel alienated may be because you are seeing things differently than everybody else. UFOs often symbolize wisdom from the outside, a greater intelligence. And so you are connecting with and probably experiencing some kind of new idea, a greater thought, a greater intelligence, but it's making you feel kind of isolated. And so it's this struggle. Michelle, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, so sweet with the roses. Thank you. Thank you. What did Don say? I got you to 10K likes because I am neurotic about numbers. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for tapping like on the page. I really appreciate it. Can we get it to an odd number so that way Don has to get it right again? It would be great if we could get to like 13.7. It's the most arbitrary, unnecessary number. Can we get to 13.7 so that way Dawn has to sit there and tap on her screen to get it to a nice and even 15,000? I think you can. I think you can. Don't forget, tap it on the screen. Catalina, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let me scroll back down here. That sounds mean. Is it mean or is it friendly teasing? I think this is exposure therapy. Dawn, no, you have to stay now. You have to stay. This is exposure therapy. We are going to break Dawn of her OCD right now, right here on live. Healing trauma. Maybe it gets to 13. Oh, here it is. 13.2, 13.3. Come on, guys. Keep tapping on the screen. 13.3, 13.4, 13.5, 13.6. Okay, 13.7. You have to stop. 13.7. Okay, stop. Don't tap. You're welcome, Don. You're not my therapist. That's unethical. Hey, I don't have to be your therapist Oh, no. Who put it to 14? No, you got to stop. Okay, 14.3. And then we can stop. And then Don has to tap the screen 700 times to get to 15,000. That's the that's the challenge. We skipped to 14K. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Oh, my gosh. Don, you know I love you. Friendly teasing. You know. Thank you, everyone. Hey, let's get it to 20,000. Let's make it nice and even for Don. Okay, new goal. LOL, sorry, I may have added a 50 extra. It's okay, Meg, thanks. New goal, listen, for Dawn, so she doesn't cancel me on the internet and turn me into the licensing board, we have to get to an even 20,000. Dawn, would that make you happy? If we got to 20,000 likes on the page, would you be satisfied? I need to know. So, all right, so tap away. We're at 14.7. I need another 5K likes. With 63 of us here, it'll take no time. It'll go like that. If we get to a nice and even 20,000, Don will be happy and we can all go to bed with easy hearts and happy minds. Right? You can call me a monster, but I've got empathy in there. That's true. Don, you crack me up. You're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with that anxiety sometime. Me too. I get the same way. Mine is I count the seconds that my coffee drips in the morning. I have a little espresso maker and I'll plug it in there and I'll click on and I have to count to 15 in order for myself to feel okay. And so I've been practicing not counting because I got a little bit of a compulsion there that I work on. Nightmares from the spooky story tonight, though. Yes. Spooky story tonight here very soon. 16.8. Keep tapping on that screen. You guys are doing great. I'm not actually that anxious about the like count. I got other things to be anxious about. Yeah, tell me more. Sounds like you're avoiding the problem, Don. I know. This is what you get. You weren't you jump out of the chat. You go and get like a professional medical job and I got to wear a sombrero and then I got to haze you when you come back. This is just part of it. Just part of the chat, I think it's only fair. Got to have the radio TV volume on an even number. Oh, yes. I want to know. Put it in the chat. What is everyone's compulsions? Some people have to have the volume at an even number. Some people have to have the TV volume at an even number. Some people have to have the like count at an even 20,000 likes. Tired Monster, Ant Cupcake, Tar-rar, thank you for the love. What is your compulsion? Put it in the chat. I want to know. Let's connect together. Some people have to count the right number of squares on the toilet paper that they use when they go to the bathroom. Some people count steps. There's a lot of interesting compulsions. Valerie says, no odd numbers ever, says Tay-Rock. Valerie says, I often dream about my family bury me alive and I feel myself suffocating and dying. Ooh, there's a lot of tension with your family, or at least unspoken tension. They want you to be someone different than you are and you're struggling with that. Maybe it's time to put some boundaries, be more assertive, Valerie. Your dream is trying to tell you. What does dreams when someone is dyeing my hair red? Ooh, red hair is about like sexual freedom and about, what's the best way to put that? It's about like assertiveness, confidence, passion. There's the word. Red is a passion color. So someone dyeing your hair red is all about like sexual freedom and passion. My color volume is always at 11 because it's a sound sweet spot. 11? 11 is a kind of a weird, terrible in-between number. Only 300 likes away from 20K. 20K. I do a couple things in threes. The second I want to dry my hands, they need to be dry now. Ooh. Oh, sticky fingers. I cannot deal with sticky fingers. Oh, they have to go to in 5 number increments. I see ya. Oh, 20K. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. There you go. Dawn, that was for you. The 20K, you're welcome. I hope you feel good. I hope you feel loved, happy about it. That one's for you. Never tell me I'm a monster. I prefer odd numbers. I'm extra odd. Aunt Cupcake, odd numbers. You know what's funny, Rena? I also use 3 squares of toilet paper. Why? I don't know, but I do. It's the right number. Any other number's wrong. I have a favorite fork I need to use. Oh, I feel that. I've got a favorite like cup for water. Let's see. Valerie, you're welcome. I avoid the number 13. Meg, so believe it or not, my mother's side of the family, 13 is their lucky number. They always try and shoot for a 13 in their life. Yeah. Windy Bird. Hey, maybe you'd look great in red hair dye. I don't know. Maybe you want to. But red hair dye is red hair is a very fiery, passionate thing. I believe it's also in the app. It's one of the interpreted symbols. We have over 600 symbols in the app. There's a lot there. I had a dream. Light Night says, I had a dream I saw dead people everywhere, and the people who were alive were waiting to die. Oof. Death is always about grief and loss, but it's about a new beginning. And I talk about this all the time. So if you see a bunch of dead people everywhere, these can be things, problems from your past struggles, baggage, right? And everyone in your life is kind of dead, kind of sterile. And so it's like, it's time to let those things go and start something new. Also, if I had that dream, I would be asking myself, why did I kill all these people? Because remember, it's your mind. So you have to ask yourself, why did I kill all these people? Why am I so angry or averse? Like what repressed emotions are causing me to kill all these people in my dream? Why am I not open to that? Why are they not together having a party? What is it about me and my emotions that's causing this to come out in my dream? It's very important. Yafa, thank you so much for the share. Tar says, when I was a kid, if I spun around in the circles to get dizzy, I had to spin the other direction. Yes. 7 and 23 are my favorite lucky numbers. 23, I like that. I like that a lot. I had a dream. Abacachoidos dad says, I had a dream where I was an astronaut being locked away by another astronaut. It felt like betrayal. Ooh, it's all about space. There's a metaphor there. Hey, Breezy Millennial. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, Light Nights. It's really good. It's really good to think about why, because it's your mind. You kill everybody in your dream. Why did you want them dead? Sometimes our repressed longings to get rid of things in our life, things that we would never admit out loud, we see in our dreams. And so that's why you have to ask yourself, why did I kill them in my dream? Because that was on me. That's something about me. But Abachoidos dad. Astronauts all about space, not outer space, but space in our life. And so one astronaut locking you away is like, why do you need space from yourself? Why do you feel betrayed by yourself? Or who do you feel betrayed by in your waking life? And what kind of space do you need from them? That's the question I would be asking. All right, listen, we're going to do a couple more questions, and then we're going to read Spoopy Story. Spooky story. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know why I said it like that in such an obnoxious way, but I did. Dreams about maternal figures, probably wanting to connect with your own maternal side, specifically because you're not feeling loved and cared for. I had a dream of a lot of ants crawling on the wall. Ooh, Ants are good. They're about work, though. Getting to work. Teamwork. But they can also be a pest. So it's like, ooh, what things are in your life that you're like, get this pest out of here, and how does it relate to your work? Maybe work is the pest, actually. Could be interesting. Savage, don't worry. Savage Christie, it's not like a spooky story. It's just like a mildly spooky story. It is a spooky story for kids, so I think we'll all be okay. Megan Russ, dreaming with dead grandparents. Your dead grandparents come back into your dream because they're trying to tell you some wisdom, some insight to overcome something. Sometimes my dreams have a plot, like it's like a Netflix in my head. Yes, many people are like that. Why are brains dumb and not just do what you need? Great question. I was going to try and answer it, but brains just be dumb sometimes. I think because we try, of course, you're going to launch me into a philosophical discussion, which I love so much. And I'm going to pretend like, you're launching me into a philosophical discussion. I'm so upset, but I love it and I'm going to do it. Because I think we try and treat our brains like computers. Our brains, your mind is not just a computer to get information out of. It's a living, breathing, active thing, and you have to be kind to it. You know, you don't just like get a pet and be like, why does this pet not do exactly what I want to? It's a living creature. Who am I? Good to see you. Good to see you. So that's kind of what's up. That's why brains are weird. We have to treat them nice. They're not just a machine to do what you want them to do. It's a thing. You have to treat it right. And there's some wonderful systems that have evolved to be able to do the things that we do. Our brains are just immaculate. Oh, Cupcake, thank you. Yeah, I believe there's two types of consciousness inside of us, unconsciousness and ego consciousness. And so, yes, I do believe that there's two systems at work. Both have their own type of consciousness. And so the brain has evolved to be able to do this. And so there's some wonderfully just incredible systems that happen inside of our brain. Just because we live in the year 2022 and it doesn't do exactly what you want it to do, I think is a chance for us to learn to accept ourselves and to be more patient with ourselves. I think it's our own impatience that causes us to call our brains dumb. As if I didn't want the philosophical answer, Jesse. Yes, that's my philosophical answer. You're welcome. We can't have story time without a philosophical discussion. Jesse, it's the requirement for Thursdays. Well, there's your philosophical discussion. Your brain is not a machine to be used. It is a living, breathing, loving, empathetic thing that sits inside of your noggin, and you need to take care of it the same way that you would take care of your pet cat, your pet dog, your pet gerbil, your pet fish. Love it, feed it, listen to it. When it dreams and when it tells you, there are, and even psychoanalysis and depth psychology know this to be true, there are two types of consciousness inside of your mind, and you have to treat them both with love and respect and care because they are what keep you alive and what make the world a better place to live in. So with that, let's read a spooky story, all right? Let's do it. It's like the doer and the observer, or what's those two things? Yeah. Conscious and unconscious. It's like the, gosh, what's a great way to put it? Doer and observer is probably pretty good. I oftentimes think about it as like the surgeon and the philosopher. The surgeon's very specific and critical. The philosopher's kind of up in the thoughts and in the ethos. The philosopher would be your conscious mind. The surgeon is your unconscious mind. I take that back. That's backwards. The surgeon would be your conscious mind. It's very exact, very precise. The unconscious mind is much more magical, mystical. Yeah. I had those backwards. Okay. Spooky story time. Do we need some spooky music in the background? Spooky music instrumental. Yes. Let's do it. Some spooky background. Haunted lo-fi. Love that. We're going to listen to some haunted lo-fi as we read our spooky story. How's this? Oh, yes. Welcome to the Lion Mental Health Live. Here, supported by Dream App. Check it out. Download it. Tell us your spooky dreams. We'll tell you what they mean. Tonight's dream. tonight's spooky story. Dead Girl. That's it. It's just called The Dead Girl. And this is some haunted lo-fi. Yes. Let's see. All right. Let's do it. All right. The Dead Girl. Make sure to put the emojis in the chat. It's very good. Once upon a time, there was a man and a woman who lived with their daughter in a little house on the edge of a forest. They lived happily together. The father went to work every night. The mother cleaned the house, and the daughter went to school. Everything was fine with them, and life was good. One day, the daughter did not come home from school. Her parents were very worried. They went out looking for her and found her not far from home. She had been murdered. Her parents were devastated. They grieved for the dead girl and buried her in the cemetery. A few days later, something strange happened. The father had to travel to another village, and he left his wife home alone. Just after midnight, there was a knock on the door. "Who's there?" asked the mother. But of course, there was no answer. The old woman nervously opened the door and saw someone standing there in the moonlight. It was her daughter. The girl was covered in blood. Her skin was deathly pale and her eyes were just empty sockets. The mother was so glad to see her that she did not pay attention to any of this. She let the dead girl inside her house, fed her, and put her to sleep in her own bed. The mother stayed up all night, waiting for her husband to come home. She was anxious to tell him that their daughter had come home. In the morning, when the father arrived, she hurriedly brought him into the bedroom, but the daughter was gone. The mother told the father what had happened, but he didn't believe her. They were both having trouble recovering from the death of their only daughter, and he thought his wife was losing her mind. The next night, he went to bed early, and his wife stayed up. Once again, there was a knock on the door, and when she opened it, her daughter was standing there. The mother let the girl into the house and called her husband. The father got out of bed and put on his pants and came running down the stairs. When he saw his daughter, he was overjoyed and hugged her. He asked her many questions, but the girl never said a word. They just sat there in silence. They went to sleep, but in the morning, the daughter was gone again. It was Sunday, and after they went to church, the parents stayed behind to talk with the priest about their daughter. When he heard their story, he gave them this advice: dig up your daughter's coffin and open it. If your daughter is lying on her belly, cut her in two, put her back into the coffin lying on her back. The parents listened to him and did as he said. They went to the cemetery and dug up the daughter's coffin. When they opened it and peered inside, they saw that their daughter was indeed lying on her stomach. They took her body out and chopped her in half with an axe, then laid her back inside on her back and went home. That evening, the father had to go again away, and he left his wife home alone. Just after midnight, there was a knock on the door. When the mother opened it, there was her daughter lying on the ground, her body split into two parts. Shocked, the mother asked, "Honey, who did this to you?" The daughter said, "You did!" The end. That's the end of the story. That is Dead Girl, our spooky story for the evening, and our last live before Halloween, which is on Monday, right? Happy Halloween to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. That's the end of the story. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you do like it. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed that one or not. Do you like it when stories wrap up, or do you like it when they're left as a cliffhanger? Thank you everyone for being here, for all the subs. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the little October things and the Halloween gifts. You all are the best. I have the best time every Thursday night. I'm gonna get some sleep. I've got that live TV interview tomorrow morning, bright at 9 a.m. Got to be there super early to get started. Thank you everyone for supporting me, the dream. Who is this? Who is it? Dawn wants us to get to 25K. Can we get to 25K before we end? Because I'm signing out. You only need 500 more taps on the screen. But thank you for staying for story time. I appreciate you all. I'll leave it live until we get to 25K, and then I'll end it. But remember, as I always say, be nice to yourself, because your mind is not against you. It's just misunderstood. Happy Halloween, everyone. I'll see you very soon. Bye.